All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the first episode of This Week in Wrestling, and we will bring you everything WWE from Raw to NXT. I'm your host, Theo Clanaris, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Zach Callahan.
And I'm Tommy Gomez. How's everyone doing today? We're going to review this past week in WWE, what happened on Monday Night Raw through Friday's SmackDown. And, let's just get right into it. Let's break down the Raw of March 10th.
All right.
So, the show opened up with Jey Uso coming out. Jey versus Grayson. Man, what the fuck? Man, oh man. This build towards WrestleMania is just getting pretty bland so far. I don't know how y'all were feeling about it, but I'm not really digging it.
No, on this storyline specifically, I agree. I feel like they don't really know how to build up hype for this Jey Gunther match. And it's getting kind of lame just seeing each of them try and fight someone every week that's completely unrelated to their actual feud that they have going. And this one, the match wasn't even that entertaining independently, so it just felt kind of like a waste of time to me.
Yeah, how are you feeling on it, Zach?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's been difficult for Jey in general to kind of stray away from the whole bloodline storyline in itself and be on his own. And I think just this whole prep with the whole WrestleMania versus Gunther, it's been difficult for them to find anything for Jey to do, let alone build him up to be even something that could face Gunther.
Yeah.
In WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, it just feels weird because Jay's like he's just really, really fucking popular at this point, but his moveset is so bland. Like it's just like a piece of chicken, and like it's just like it's just a piece of chicken.
The
like,
chicken
it's
and
a
rice
piece of boiled chicken.
It's an unseasoned just piece of chicken.
It's just so bland.
He's
and
a
even
good
Gunther,
wrestler. Like he's good on the mic, but it's just I agree. His moves are so flat. Like just same too.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Spear, super kick,
Spear. And
Frog splash.
We don't hate Jey. At least I don't hate Jey. I like Jey a lot.
I like him. I like him a lot.
He's great.
The moves are just not there, man. They're just really not there.
Yeah.
Especially when it's somebody like Gunther who's so technical and so like he loves the sport, like he loves the sport of wrestling. It's just kind of rough to see this build go the way it's going. I'm just not a fan of it.
I feel like.
Go ahead, Zach.
Okay, I was just gonna say I feel like with Gunther he's such a good wrestler, like you said, Tommy. He's such a technical wrestler where when he is up against like someone who is really talented, also they both get elevated as wrestlers. Whereas like someone like Jey, Gunther will be working a little bit more just to be helping out, make Jey look good.
Just to get to par, right? Like, man, it's rough. So Theo, what were we gonna say?
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, I like what you guys are talking about as far as like the technical wrestling. As far as the story goes, I feel like they wanted to capitalize on Jay's popularity, which was good. It's a smart instinct, but I feel like they maybe needed to wait a little bit to have him build some more single storylines with other wrestlers on his own to like make this feel more important and feel more impactful. So I think they were kind of in a tough spot, and I commend them for pulling the trigger on like a really over guy, but I think maybe a little bit of patience would have done them well for this.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
But moving on from this storyline, we had the whole Logan Paul and Andrew Schultz thing. It was all right.
It was okay. More set up for the AJ Styles fight that him and Logan Paul are having.
But like, are we really gonna do that at Mania? Like, that feels crazy. Like somebody that's AJ Styles caliber against Logan Paul.
I want to say you said it earlier though, Tommy. Like when we were talking just previously, we've had conversations in the past. With Logan Paul, it just seems like in his contract, like he does have to appear at these pay-per-view matches some way or another.
It's so crazy.
So
oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see this building to maybe something interesting because Logan is not the worst wrestler in the world, but I think I'm going to need to see a lot out of this upcoming AJ Styles match to really be excited for anything having to do with Logan at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I really hope
fair enough.
AJ just kicks his ass, honestly. I really do.
If it's an entertaining ass whooping, I think that could work, honestly.
I mean, if AJ loses, I mean,
I'd be stunned, honestly.
That's a crazy reality.
Lame.
That'd be a crazy reality if AJ Styles loses to Logan.
That's what I'm saying. Have this guy come back just to lose to Logan Paul.
That's a
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Sleep.
I mean, I don't really have anything else to say on that matter because I think we can honestly just move straight
Just
to the next one.
more to see from it, yeah.
I mean, after that, what was it, the Ray?
Yeah, the tornado tag match. Yeah,
Ray and Dragon Lee versus New Day. Man,
New Day.
it was a cool match. I mean, Ray and Dragon Lee, they did the little, like, if I remember, it was the secret, like the synchronized opening.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. I mean, I thought the match was pretty good, but the ending of this match was really the notable part. That was just hilarious.
Yeah, the
Whoever it is,
random luchador, whoever it could be.
I have no idea who it was.
Not Chad Gable. I thought it was Chad Gable at first.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I got proven later that night. It wasn't.
Just it's
that's
definitely
definitive, actually.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait. It wasn't him.
Who do you guys think it could be?
Ah, man.
I think it's Dom.
Yeah, it could be Dom. Yeah. It could be Sami Zayn. Little El Generico. Who knows?
Oh, you think El Generico could be back? But that means I don't know what Sami Zayn would have anything to do with that, though.
I don't know. I don't know who it could be then. I guess we'll just have to wait.
Hands are up. I guess we'll have to wait.
Hands are up. I don't know. Regardless, moving on from that match, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Do we want to cover anything here or no? In the middle sector?
For the
like Finn versus Braun, that's coming up. Cody.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, Finn Braun is this Monday, correct?
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah.
That should be awesome if it goes the way I want it to, which I want Finn to become the champion.
Man. I want Finn to win. Please.
Triple H, if you could hear us, please give Finn the title. Please give Finn the title. Please. But regardless, that should be fun. Should be a good time. But then Cody comes out, starts to build with John, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
that's going to all...
Get to that.
That's coming to a head, I think, either tomorrow or Friday. Or we're filming this on Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday.
Will John be there? Will John
show up?
Can you show up?
Will you show up?
Since he's taking that deal with the Final Boss, he got that bald spot covered up. I mean,
Jesus,
Final Boss works in mysterious ways, boys. The Final Boss works in mysterious ways.
He works.
Why can't the Final Boss fix his own bald spot?
Yeah, it'd be his entire scalp.
What do you mean? He's got his hair product out.
So moving off of these two like middle segments, we go into Raquel versus Bayley, right?
That was a really surprising match. I think Lyra, ain't no way they're making you drop the fucking title to Raquel. So God bless you, and I love you, baby.
I think that
I don't know.
Raquel has surprised me as of recent. I used to be a pretty big Raquel hater, but I think she looks a lot better. I think she looks a lot better in the ring, and you know, it's her matches have been much more enjoyable. Especially her tag run with Liv has been a lot of fun.
100%.
No, yeah, she's good.
So maybe there's a way.
Maybe. I definitely feel like there is. If Finn wins it, I feel like there'll be more of a angle for Raquel to beat Lyra.
Yeah.
The Judgment Day takeover.
Yeah, just the Judgment Day takeover.
Just starts over again.
Maybe we could actually have the Judgment Day have some fucking aura and menacing nature to them instead of fucking Carlito spitting apples all the time.
Hey man.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
They're setting up, know, new member for the Judgment Day. They got Dom now calling shots, setting up matches and shit. Liv's doing shit too.
Oh, Dom is gonna stab him in the back 100. Dom is gonna fuck Finn over so bad.
He's so dirty. He's such a dirty man.
So dirty. So. He's a dirty guy, bro. He's gonna stab him in the back. But following that shit right there, though, yo, we go into a crazy promo. This is one of my favorite segments of this night. The Io promo. Yes, the Io, Bianca, and Rhea. That was easily my second favorite segment of the night.
100%. I mean, skipping ahead just a little bit, honestly, it feels like we're setting up double, triple threat matches at WrestleMania this night on Raw. Like, that's literally all it feels like.
I mean, it feels nuts. For it.
I'm here. I
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
I'm about 100% because I think this match could be the best match of WrestleMania. I'll say it.
Oh,
I'll be crazy.
easily.
I'll be a
I mean,
psycho. I'll be blast psycho.
me and you were talking about before Bianca or Io got their shots that Io versus Bianca would be a really, really amazing WrestleMania matchup. And then to just do it, but add Rhea all for a belt. Yeah, no, I mean, these are
Oh
three
yeah.
amazing wrestlers. I think it could easily be the best match at WrestleMania. I agree.
Zach, how you feeling on this one?
I'm loving it. I mean, I'm here. I'm here for it. I love all three of these women. They're very talented wrestlers. And Bianca Io was already a great Mania match in and itself. And like Theo said, you throw Rhea in there, just elevate it even more.
I'm hyped, bro.
I'm here for it.
I'm
here
hyped.
for it. If it is a triple threat match, that would be great. If it's just Bianca Io, that's also fine.
That's also
cool with
great.
that too.
I liked Io crash out. That was nice.
I love this new Io being the champion era. Like, it's so good. It's so fucking exciting.
It should be a lot of fun. I mean, Rhea, because that's the thing with triple threats, right? Like, it just gets there's such a like layer of unexpectedness. Like, it could get it could go any way. I think Bianca actually would end up on top, but we'll save that when the date gets closer.
Mm-hmm.
But moving right along to the main event, we had CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a steel cage match.
So
now,
good.
Honestly, this match was pretty fucking good. The suplex off the top of the cage. I mean, I've been begging Triple H. I've been pleading with them, calling out to God, yo, please let these guys fight at WrestleMania, please. And I think we are finally on that road.
It seems like it. Yep.
Because Zach, what happened at the end of this match, Zach? What happened at the end of this match?
Our tribal chief,
I'm saying
Roman Reigns, returns.
The tribal chief, OTC.
Here's up in the air, boys.
Acknowledge
your tribal chief.
We ain't got the cams up, but the ones is up. The ones is up. Man, the tribal chief returns. Seth Rollins wins the match. Obviously, it's irrelevant. But holy shit. The chaos that ensued the second it ended, my lord. Roman Reigns is a monster.
Seth, starts beating the shit out of Seth. And then
looks so good right now.
Sitting there, Paul Heyman. That was interesting. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about that, though.
Every angle of this match.
Paul Heyman consoling Punk and everything. That shit was crazy.
And the Roman's just a crash out. Like
Roman crashing out. Yeah.
Like Jey Uso says, like, it's Jey Uso crash out time. No. Roman Reigns is a crash out. Like a legitimate crash out.
Roman saw his girlfriend hanging out with his ex, and he's like, nah,
No.
He said, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Dude, that was awesome. I mean, that triple threat match at Mania could,
feed nations. Could feed nations.
It could.
No,
but this has potential to be a main event match.
It should. If this is a triple threat match, it should be the main event of night one of WrestleMania.
I agree.
I mean,
100%.
The storylines, 100%. Every single one of these wrestlers has a storyline with the other two that is deep and long. It has a bunch of history. Like, it would be one of the best WrestleMania matches of the modern era. I think easily, 100%.
I agree, but the only thing I have with this match, the only way I think it's not a main event match, is if there, or I'm wording this all wrong. Do you think this match can main event WrestleMania even without a title on the line?
Yes.
Yeah. 100%. I mean,
that's all out of here.
Because even if you said as Seth and Roman, and then you throw Punk in, like the Seth and Roman are the main, and then like Punk calls in the favor, puts himself in there, and makes it the triple threat.
Yeah.
That alone is like the story between Seth and Roman is enough to make it a main event match for Mania.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
But what were you gonna say, Theo?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I just think basically exactly what you said. I mean, Seth and Roman's hatred, obviously going back to the break of the Shield. You have Punk and Roman's connection through Paul Heyman and the favor that Punk owes, or that Punk is owed. You have Seth and Punk obviously have been hating on each other all year long between Monday Night Raw, the first night on Netflix, and Elimination Chamber. I mean, Seth and Punk did not care whatsoever. They were giving themselves hella fines during that match, flipping the bird, saying fuck you to each other. They were hitting each other's finisher. I mean, this match would go absolutely ballistic, especially if it was like a no holds barred or a street fight or a tribal combat or something like that.
Yeah.
This is an easy main event match. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, speaking of like all the swearing and stuff that was happening during the broadcast, do you guys find it a little weird that Netflix was like censoring it?
I did think that was a little strange. I've been thinking about that back and forth. It feels like they're kind of inconsistent on what they want to do with the censoring versus the not censoring this year, because certain events I feel like they've been censoring it, certain events they haven't. Obviously, Cody telling The Rock to go fuck himself could have been spontaneous, but felt pretty planned.
Yeah.
Like,
Also-
I'm pretty sure it was planned. Like, so I don't really know what they're doing for it.
Is it more of Netflix or is it more of the WWE making that call of when they want to censor these things for the events?
I mean, it would be
'Cause
WWE.
It seems like I was about to say, because it seems like Netflix has no real issue with language.
Yeah.
Whereas like
You're right.
more of the WWE trying to still balance that fine line.
Yeah,
Like-
it could be. Yeah.
But like you said, Theo, with the Cody saying, to The Rock, go fuck yourself. It's that line where like, oh, we have this angle where we can get away with saying it on television because we have Netflix now. So let's just do it. Like, this is the one chance we have, like, where we could get away with it and not have to censor it.
Well, I will say they did rip that on Peacock, which was
That's true too.
it's kind of the same thing. It's it's a paid subscription, like it's whatever. But at the same time, like I don't know. I wonder if it's almost instinctual from the WWE to censor it. Like when Punk's flipping him off or Seth's just screaming like "fuck you." Like I wonder if they're like, oh, cut away. Like
yeah, stuff like that.
I don't know. I would like to know
I
the
think
inner
they're trying
workings
to
there.
figure it out. I think there's just like
Yeah.
they're trying to navigate a new space.
Yeah.
And see where they want to land on it.
Find that
Yeah.
fine line. I think they'll
Mhm.
find it.
Yeah,
I agree.
they'll find it. They'll find it. It's
Yeah,
still we're only like what 2 months in, like 2.5 months
Which-
into the Netflix deal. Like
It doesn't feel like it, bro. This whole fucking time period just felt like a whirlwind.
yeah, it's been pretty nuts. It's actually been freaking awesome. They just gotta keep
but
doing what they're doing.
I did want to ask you boys for this triple threat between Punk, Roman, and Seth. What if we made it a fatal four-way
Who are we adding?
and threw in Drew McIntyre?
Oh
Oh.
my word.
I would love that. I would actually really like that if
To
he
lock
wasn't
in
currently beefing with
The
Damian.
main event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Throw that to
thinking.
the side. Throw that off to the side for now.
All right.
But really,
All right.
that would be wicked. Like, because Drew's just got a problem with everybody. Drew's just
Ah, fuck! I forgot about the Damien.
the Damian the brand new Damian storyline.
Yeah.
Shit, I love Damien too.
Which, like-
Never mind. They need to do something.
They will.
If we do want to
Those
talk
two
about
could beef with
Drew,
each other.
because I know we all have Drew opinions. I like this direction for him because, like, even though it's technically a new storyline with Damian, him and Damian have had a lot of history this last year.
Yeah.
Like, coalescing it into an actual beef just makes sense. Like,
Yes.
that just to compare this with the beef we were complaining about earlier, Jey versus Gunther, like, it feels like there's almost no build up to this. It feels almost completely out of nowhere with no satisfying ways to go with it or payoffs. So, I mean, it just comparing the two, it makes it really obvious the types of things they needed to do to make Jay's story a little more substantial.
Yeah, but honestly, I felt like dumb almost because when they played like the vignette of the recent Drew and Damian, like Damian fucking over Drew, I was like, holy shit! Like it never clicked in my mind. I was like, wow, like he really has been screwing this guy over for the last 6 months, like 6-7 months. It's been nuts.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the WWE might not have noticed it either, because like you would think that with that many things, like showing it all together like that, it's like, wow, how have they not been beefing way harder this whole time?
Right? Like I was like,
I feel like
this is nuts.
someone in the fucking creative was just looking over all the shit that happened. They're like, what can we do for Drew? And they're like, wow, we've actually had Damian fucking this guy over a ton. Why are they beefing?
Yeah.
And Triple H was like, yeah, you're right, brother. Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Secretly,
No, it's
Drew
great.
just
I
has
think it's
all
smart.
the parts where he recorded, where he gets screwed over on the WWE on pay-per-view or any show, and he just records it to
Yeah.
just play it back at meetings. He's like, "This is what I'm talking about. This is Punk, Seth, Damian, just compilations of him getting
Drew's hate
screwed
altar.
over."
I love it though. I love it. So
Alright.
that's it for the Raw. So let's move on to Roadblock, which this shit felt like
Roadblock.
pay-per-view.
Roadblock was pretty freaking good. Yeah.
That shit straight up felt like a pay-per-view, bro. I loved it. I mean, straight from the
first
opening
match
match
was
with Fraxium
five
versus the
bangers.
Hardy Boys. Starts crazy, finish crazy, man. Like Fraxium, even though they lost this match, obviously it was like for like the quote unquote like best tag team in the world title or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, I still think it's Fraxium. The Hardy Boys, I love them to death. Jeff and Matt still got it. I don't give a fuck. But Fraxium are in a different dimension. These kids are just on another plane.
That boy Axiom especially can move.
He's
He
yeah.
can move.
that kid is crazy.
He
That kid
uses
is
the
nuts.
fact that he's small to his advantage, and that's what Lucha's about. So good for him.
Yeah, he looks great. Zach, what were your thoughts on the match?
No, I mean, you basically wrapped them up for me, Tommy. Hardy Boys still got it, but I think Fraxium's just a phenomenal tag team. I can't wait to see more of them, honestly.
Yeah, these guys are great. These guys are the best, bro. Man, they're just the guys, bro.
They are. They're just too good. And I'm glad that Hardy Boys match wasn't, too long. I felt like it was a perfect
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, it was quick.
Yeah.
Didn't overstay its welcome.
No, it was a fast match.
Duration. Like everyone got to do a little bit of everything. Everyone got their hits in. Got to do a little bit of everything, and then
And of course, a Swanton bomb.
always
And of course, a
gotta-
Swanton bomb.
50-year-old man doing a swanton bomb.
I love him so much.
It's fucking prime. I mean,
That's my inspiration right there.
I love him
Keep
so
him
much.
moving.
God damn. And then very briefly, we're going to cover the Roxanne and Jordan match. I think Jordan's great. I think Jordan's fantastic.
Sure.
I think Roxy is definitely getting called up soon.
Yep, get called up. New Judgment Day member.
Maybe. I'm cool with whatever with her. She's sick. They're both awesome. I thought they both looked super, super great. And also, I noticed with Jordan's finisher, I don't know if y'all like kind of caught it. I think it's almost the same as the Penta Driver.
It's very similar.
it looks very, very close. Yeah,
It's not exactly the same, but it's really, really similar.
it looks like a mix of the Riptide like into a Penta Driver.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Zach, you're so smart, man.
She's great. Jordan Grace is great. I
She's awesome.
can't put it into words.
She's just the juggernaut. Like, just
Sure.
strong, fantastic. Love it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
She's not going to need that long in NXT before she gets the call up. I mean, she's already been in the Rumble. She's been a TNA wrestler for a while. Like, she's good. She's good for it.
Yeah, that was her second Rumble, by the way. She was in the she was in the Rumble last year.
She had a fantastic showing at the Rumble this year.
I mean, she's nuts. She's just the truth.
She works for it.
Oh, she does, 100%. But then moving on from that, we have Moose versus Oba. Bro, I fucking love this match. Oh my god, I love this match so much. Oba is the fucking goat. Holy shit. There's so many just absurd spots in this match with tables and god, these guys are just fucking awesome. Oh man. I don't know how y'all
Two
felt.
fucking juggernauts. I mean, just absolutely going at it. It was such a good match. I'm glad Oba kept it though. I'm glad Oba
Mhm.
Yeah.
clutched up.
Yeah,
So,
because I mean, Theo, we were talking about that last week. That like the theory if a TNA title could swap hands, like essentially like swap brands,
Mhm.
and we were like, man, probably not yet. But then I guess the other day, what's her name, Cora Jade, won one of the belts over in TNA.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Out at Impact?
Yep.
Oh, that's insane. The only Impact match that I watched was Moose retaining against Jeff Hardy. So
Yeah.
I was not expecting a belt swap. That's awesome. Thank God they're doing this a lot faster than I thought they would.
Yeah. So I guess it's really, I mean, it can happen anytime now.
No belt is safe in
No.
the cross promo matches anymore.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? I'm really happy for Cora Jade that the injury that she got last time we saw her on NXT didn't prevent her from doing this historic belt crossover. Good for her. I love both of CM Punk's kids, so shout out.
Shout out CM Punk's kids. And then moving on from the Moose and Open match, which was fucking sick, we had the short Ricky Saints and Ethan Page face off, which was cool, of course. And then straight into that, we had the Ethan Page versus Javon Evans match. Oh my God, is Tony Khan a fucking moron? Holy shit. These two are insane. Like, I think Ethan's due to get called up any day now. I think that kid is the fucking... He's going to be one of the great heels in this generation, in that generation of wrestlers.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
But Javon also looked fucking amazing. Like, that kid is so athletic at 20 years old to be doing the shit he's doing on, like, WWE television. God, I am a massive Javon Evans fan. Oh, my God, he's so sick. The guy is awesome, bro. How'd y'all feel when you were watching it, bro? I just had dopamine the entire time.
It was twitching.
It was twitching.
I mean, y'all know me. I am an insanely big All Ego Ethan Page fan. I think this guy is the truth when it comes to embodying his character. He understands his character at a very deep level. And I think that's a hard thing to do for the character that he has created for himself, because it's not a personality type that you see in real human beings, unlike some other characters. Like, he's kind of more sick and twisted than actual people are in real life. So for him to be able to embody that character in like every facial movement, every line, every expression, even the moveset he's developed in the ring is like perfect for his persona. And I think for that reason alone, I agree with you. He's going to be one of the greatest heels of his generation in the WWE, and I'm already a big fan, and I just want to see more of it.
Yeah, I'm just digging everything about it, man. But moving on, we had the main event of the night, the main event of the evening.
I mean, I just want to start us off by saying, in wrestling, obviously, you get a lot of hype for matches. You know, everything is historic or important or special in some way or another to hype up the match, and that makes sense. But this probably actually is one of the most important women's matches in the history of NXT, and it lived up to it.
Yeah, I mean, Zach, Zach, break it down for us, big dog.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Julia versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Little cross title match for both the NXT Women's Championships. It was a great match. I don't know what to say. Stephanie,
I mean,
Julia, both very talented women wrestlers.
Yeah.
Looks like Julia's probably getting called up.
Yeah, Julia loses the belt, obviously, and Stephanie's now the first ever double NXT Women's Champion, which is awesome. I love both these wrestlers so much.
Huge for Stephanie Vaquer.
It was huge. Oh, massive. Massive.
Huge moment for both wrestlers, but for Stephanie Vaquer specifically, it is a massive moment in her.
But like, I feel like they both respect each other so much that their performance in the ring just got elevated. Like, they have such care for the art of wrestling that it just looked fucking amazing. Like, the match was just super, super fantastic. Love them. Congratulations to Stephanie. They're both the future of the women's division in WWE, like, easily. And
Julia's going to get the call-up soon, almost certainly, right? I mean, that's probably why she lost the belts. I mean, both of these women are already very experienced international wrestlers, but Julia is probably more ready to move up. Stephanie has already said she wants to spend more time in NXT, even if she could have moved up right away. So I think this result makes sense, and it was a great match from two great competitors that, I mean, both deserve much more than they have right now, and they'll have it in the future.
Yep, 100%.
Oh yeah,
100%. But moving on, then that's the end of Roadblock right there.
Yep.
Great event. Good job, Shawn Michaels. We love you.
Great event for NXT.
Heartbreak Kid stays undefeated. DX stays undefeated.
They're so good, man. So good. Now we're going to move on from SmackDown from this past Friday.
First stop on our European tour.
Yes, sir.
In Barcelona.
Barcelona, Spain.
I mean, I just love these European crowds, man. They just bring such a refreshing energy to the world of wrestling. It's so awesome to see it every time. And man, Opening match of the night. Obviously, we have like the LA Knight, Jimmy and Braun triple threat against Jacob, Solo, and Tama. LA Knight, new U.S. champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the match was pretty decent. It wasn't super crazy, but you know the ending shenanigans with Jacob and Braun being built up even more. I mean, these guys are freaky.
Yeah, what I liked about this match more than anything on the storytelling side is that it combines two of the threads that we've been weaving on SmackDown recently. On one hand, you have the contention for the US belt, and on the other hand, you have the stuff with the new bloodline or whatever you want to call them. And they've sort of just combined both of these stories into one thing so that now we have this cohesive mid-card story going on. And I think that was a really smart decision. So shout out for that decision. Regardless of whatever you thought about the match itself, it'll make it a lot more interesting to follow SmackDown in the future weeks.
Yeah, 100%. And very briefly, we had Charlotte versus B-Fab. Again, kind of a weird match. B-Fab, I mean, I'm happy she's getting some airtime, but it does feel a bit strange that it's Charlotte that she's going against. You know, like I feel like B-Fab might fit. I mean, listen. This is just my opinion. Obviously, I don't know shit, but I feel like B-Fab is more fit for like the U.S. title division, like that section. But still a decent match. Charlotte and Tiffy at the end was crazy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Had shades of Punk versus Seth from the other week.
Yep.
It was cool. What
I mean,
Zach, what were your thoughts on that shit?
In terms of the B-Fab Charlotte Flair fight, I mean, nothing really too much. I thought the results of that was pretty obvious when the match got first shown.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the Tiffy Charlotte building, it was good for that. It really was just kind of showing them. And I thought it was funny showing them throughout the night, just kind of beating the shit out of each other backstage and in different parts. Good setup for their match in terms, just in general. I'm really excited for the Tiffy versus Charlotte match.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Pretty smooth, solid effort off the giant screen. That was pretty lit. I like that.
That was sick. Yeah. Then we move into Nakamura versus Damian. Now, we've already mentioned Damian and Drew a couple times, but obviously match gets canceled halfway through, and then they team up and beat the shit out of
Damian.
Nakamura and Drew just beat the dog shit out of him. And
Drew developing the feud with Damian makes sense. Even putting putting Damian even further into the face section.
Yes.
How do we feel about face Damian Priest?
Honestly, bro, you know, it's okay. It's fine. I don't really have feelings on it. I liked him as a heel, but it's fine. Is that what you think about it?
I think it has potential. I think you gotta do what you you kind of have him do what Rhea's doing. You keep the whole like aesthetic look and everything, but just have him go after like all the heels and shit.
Yeah,
just have the enforcer.
Like have him start being just this like unstoppable force that only goes after heels, like
more the Undertaker before.
Yeah, not like a Cody Rhodes or some shit, like where he's like, oh yeah, let me be like a face of a company, like Smilers and all that shit. Let me like you said, the Undertaker.
Yeah,
just popping out.
I think it can work. I want to see more.
I think it can work.
I like Damian. I like his moves. I like his persona that he has going on. I just think he needs to just work on a little bit of mic work just to sell us on him as like this guy that's just doing his best to be great, but also to beat up on the bad guys.
Well, yeah, I will say I think he does need a good beef again. So I think this Drew beef that he's having will be good for him because he had that beef a while back with Gunther, and it was pretty solid. I mean, that whole him being like this thing with him versus Gunther of like a street rap versus like, oh, Gunther came from this privileged position. It was really interesting. They were both really talented wrestlers. I thought it helped Damian a lot, but he hasn't really done much since that, to my knowledge. Other than like the Judgment Day breaking up and all that. But since then, really, it's been nothing for him.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's cool. I like Damian. I hope this will start his career. Because I feel like his career hasn't even really started as a face yet. So I think this could really be like the kickstart. So I hope so.
Me
I
too.
really hope so. And then moving straight into the next match, we had Randy versus Carmelo. Good match. Carmelo's really talented. Randy's obviously, one of
Gonna
the
win.
greatest. Like,
Yeah.
Randy hits the RKO. There's one thing I wanted to say on this match. Like, Randy hits the RKO. Camera pans to Lamine Yamal, obviously, football phenom. Dude, and he just unintentionally recreates the LeBron photo. Oh my God, I was crying laughing.
History was
so
recreated.
Funny. It was so good. History actually got recreated in Barcelona.
History repeated itself that night in Barcelona.
In España.
And then, of course, Kevin randomly comes out at the end of the match and attacks Randy.
Yep, helps Carmelo out a little bit.
I thought it was crazy. I think maybe this moment for me got drowned out by everything else that was happening in the past couple of days of wrestling, but I don't know. Like, it felt weird.
But in all honesty, though, kind of looking through my notes, that whole SmackDown in itself was pretty jam-packed with a lot of different things that happened.
Yeah.
It really
so
was.
I can understand why you did kind of forget about that. But, like, one thing I kind of want to get from you guys is what do you think they're doing with this whole Kevin storyline now? Like, he beat Sammy.
Yeah.
He's lost to Cody. So is he just going to go after Randy next? Like,
yeah.
I'm guessing Randy versus Kevin at WrestleMania is going to happen.
Yeah, it's probably on the cards. And then, that's really all I have to say about that. I mean, I don't really have much to say else about that match. So we can move straight to the next one, which was, I thought this match was fucking fantastic. Gunther versus Axiom.
Yep.
Axiom, obviously hometown kid. I didn't know that until the day of, but dude, great match. Axiom performed very well. Gunther is Gunther, and he will always
look good in the ring.
He will always look good. I mean, it was just sick.
But yeah, I mean, talking about that match, what you guys were saying earlier, even like Gunther being such a technical wrestler and Axiom being such great wrestlers, this match alone was like proof of it. When two match wrestlers are really good with each other, they elevate the match just to another level where it's so much better. We have an NXT guy, and then like Gunther, just something that should have been like more of a Gunther's gonna win this, more one-sided match, like whatever. It turned out to be a really, really good match.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%. So
we had us all. I mean, I don't know if it had you guys believing, but for a minute there, I thought Axiom actually could pull off a miracle in his hometown. But
I did actually.
An upset.
But of course, it's the ring general.
Ring general cannot lose in Europe. In the continental homeland, never.
Stuff.
He's so good, dude. He's crazy.
I think that for me, just talking more about like this fight in specific, I think that they really did a good job with the dynamics of the fight because like obviously one of them's an NXT guy, one of them's at almost the top of WWE. They have no history with each other, but they did great storytelling in the fight, just using the physicality of the two wrestlers. Gunther's obviously this giant, monstrous technical machine, and Axiom's a small guy. I mean, he's way shorter than Gunther. He's 150 odd pounds. Like, he's not a big dude, and so just the storytelling of the match through the moves really made it more interesting, despite the fact that there's no history between these wrestlers whatsoever.
Yeah, it was sick. But I think I saw something on Twitter. I don't know if it's necessarily true. I think his on-air matches for the next couple of weeks in the European tour are pretty much just European wrestlers, which I'm down for. I think it could be really fun.
Yeah, I think that's really smart. I mean, he's a European guy himself, obviously, so just going through country to country and slamming hometown heroes is a great way to build some heel cred points for yourself heading into WrestleMania.
But at the same time, I think it all kind of leads to just him just squashing Jey at Mania, no? Because like if their story's not being built up, if he's just kind of killing like heroes like left and right, I feel like at the end of the day they'll just be like, all right, well Jey just loses. Like,
I mean, in a just world.
Yeah, dude, we love Jey, bro.
That's what I said.
Listen,
man, I'm European. I'm a traitor sometimes.
No, that's a good point though, Tommy. Because yeah, if he is squashing hometown heroes, what's Jey doing?
What the fuck? Jay's fighting Grayson Waller.
Jay's crashing out on Kathy Kelly in the interview and
You
nowhere
better
else.
not touch Kathy Kelly. You better stay away from her if he's crashing out.
Oh man. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. All right. All right.
They just
Move
need
on.
more
Haluva kick
build.
is-
They just need more build. We'll
Maybe
move
he'll
on.
get a
But
haluva kick or something by the end
Oh
of
Jesus Christ.
WrestleMania.
but before we get into the main event match, I actually did want to talk a little bit about the Jade interview that we had earlier on in the night, just because I thought that it was interesting. It was building off of the really great promo that we had last SmackDown with Bianca and Naomi and Jade.
Yeah.
And moving forward with the continuation of that story, obviously with Liv and Raquel still butting in on all that business, it potentially sets up future tag titles for Jade and Bianca. It sets up more dynamics in the women's division just generally, and I think that it was actually really well done. Again, really good acting lately in a lot of the promos that we've been getting, especially from the women's division.
Yeah, it's been solid overall. I mean, Jade and Liv is gonna be a cool match because Liv is kind of become like a deity on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Jade, I still think Jade's only lost like 2 matches ever. Don't. If anybody's listening to this, don't fact check me on
Don't
that.
quote me on that.
Just let me live, bro. Like, all right. But, like, Jade's also super strong in the sphere of WWE, so it's gonna be a crazy match. But like, I think we should do Jade Naomi at Mania probably.
That could be interesting.
But like, also could do Jade Naomi
smart.
Bianca. I don't really know what's going on there. We'll have to see.
I don't think we're doing 2 Bianca triple threat matches at WrestleMania. I think that might be a little too much.
I mean, that boy Seth Rollins had 3 matches last year. Who knows?
I mean, you never know, but you know,
Yeah, it'd be a lot.
it'd be a lot. Just 2 triple threats specifically. I feel like we're doubling up because the Seth matches, it's different stuff going on.
It was a tag team, and then he had to defend his title, and then he had to go win Cody his title.
Yeah.
That was pretty egregious. That was a lot.
At least he didn't do much in the Cody one. He basically just showed up, got knocked out, and then left.
Yeah. Shout out to Seth Rollins, man. Love that guy.
Shout out the architect, the visionary.
The visionary. The revolutionary. Seth
Freaking
Rollins.
It's just Seth Rollins now, guys. Bad news. They got rid of the freaking.
No, they still said it the other day though. I swear.
They got rid of it officially. No more gimmick names.
I hate that. I like the gimmicks. But
What a shit.
regardless, we're moving on to the main event of SmackDown. And we had the Street Profits versus DIY. I thought the match was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
I don't know. I would like to hear you guys' thoughts on it.
I mean, I was excited to finally see an actual Street Profits match because I hadn't seen one of those yet. And honestly, of all the things that I appreciated about this match, the thing I appreciated most is that no other tag teams joined into the match. That was the thing that I appreciated more than anything else. It was an actual match.
Yeah.
And shout out.
Yeah, new champs.
Deal, honestly.
I mean, we got brand new champions of probably the most chaotic division in wrestling. So,
Mhm.
I mean, that tag division is all types of fucked. But it was sick. I mean, they finally got over the hump, got the titles. It's pretty cool. Zach, what'd you feel about it?
It was great seeing Street Profits actually have a match for once that wasn't intervened, like Dio said. Great seeing them take the belts off DIY. I kind of do want to see what DIY have from here on out in terms of what's next for the tag team division of SmackDown, because that we've talked about it previously. That division is such a talent. Like, there's so much talent in that division alone, but it's such a chaotic division.
Yeah, they're just busting out the scene with talent. Like, actually, just crazy time. But yeah, I mean,
Get a moment of silence for DIY.
Yeah, moment of silence.
Nah, I'm okay.
I don't really give a fuck. Those guys,
What the fuck?
Those guys kind of scumbag their way through these.
So disrespectful. So disrespectful. Yeah, but that wraps up the recap of this week in WWE. But now let's get to our favorite part of the show is predictions of storylines and
predictions of WrestleMania.
Oh
So,
yeah.
real quick, we can do the WrestleMania predicts for the matches that we know are happening, the finite ones. And we will start with Tiffy and Charlotte. What are you guys thinking?
You started this one, Zach.
I hope I'm on my hands and knees praying to God that Tiffy wins this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm alone in that.
No.
Yep.
I think
You're
you
definitely not
guys
alone, buddy.
and a majority of the world would agree with me and saying it's Tiffy time.
Yeah.
It's every time.
But something in the back of my head just does not feel right. This
Something in the
this
back of my
old
mind.
lady, this boomer. I'm sorry, Charlotte. I love Charlotte, but she comes back from having a bum knee just to fucking be in the fucking main event of WrestleMania now, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sit right with me.
It's the power of the name, man. It's just the power of the Flair name.
What do you guys think about that one, at least?
Again, I'm in the same boat as you, man. I think I really want Tiffy to win. I think she's awesome. I think she's the truth. But it is Charlotte Flair coming back from injury. So, yeah, I got to take Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
What you think, Theo?
Oh, this is why I threw it to Zach, because I knew Zach was just going to say exactly what I was going to say. So.
My problem with Charlotte, it's like the same shit with Becky Lynch, too. Like, I love Becky. Becky's a great wrestler. When she comes back.
Yeah.
All right, relinquish the belts, everybody. Give them the Becky. Give them the Charlotte. It's time to hand them up until they're ready to get injured again.
Yeah. It'll be cool. It'll be cool, though.
It'll be so. Yeah, I do. The match is hype though, in terms of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, Charlotte put on a pretty good match for her first singles match in a while, so I think that's promising for at least the wrestling of the match itself.
Yeah. No. It'll be good. It'll be a great match for sure. But, I mean, we can move straight into Gunther versus Jey. Man.
Theo, do you want to open up with this one?
Theo, I think you should take this one.
I think you got this one, Theo.
This one, to me, this one feels similar. Where I'm like, I think Gunther winning would make more sense in storyline, would be better for storytelling for Jey in the future, and would help set him up for potential future storylines of like redemption and building his way back up to the top despite a meteoric rise. I get the instinct of wanting your super over guy to just win and have the belt, but I feel like it'll be somewhat hollow, and you can do so much better like hero's journey-esque storytelling for Jey if he loses at this moment that feels so pivotal to him, and he has to climb his way back up to deserve his spot at the top. But I'm not a moron, so Yeet City, Jay's gonna win, and I'm gonna die a little bit inside.
I will slightly die inside a little bit, but yeah, Jay's definitely win that match.
Did I cover it for you, Zach?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah,
I think you covered it for all of us, man.
I think. See, and my biggest thing, I think I also would like to add with the Jey thing is my biggest fear, because now we have tomorrow the Braun versus Finn match.
Mm-hmm.
If Finn wins and Braun loses that title, that means Braun's kind of getting that. I feel like Braun will get that push up a bit.
Mm.
So if Jey wins in WrestleMania, my biggest fear is, Jey wins, we have this kind of hollow win against Gunther.
Oh no!
Just for Braun to win, just for Braun Breaker to win the belt, and kind of have this whole cycle restart.
Oh my God, that's probably what they would do too. Oh no!
Because this is what happened originally with. That's how Braun got the U.S. title.
Yeah, the
Jey
IC.
was the champ. Oh, the IC. Yeah, thank you. Jey was the IC champ.
Well, no, Jey beat
Bloodline
him.
shit started happening.
Yeah, because Jey beat him, and then he beat Jey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck, that's probably what they will do. Oh no.
So that's my biggest. That has been a thing that has been sitting in the back of my head also with the Jey Uso Gunther match. Is like, if they do this and Jey wins, is this just gonna be for him to then get beaten up by Braun Breaker again?
I hope not. That wouldn't feel good. No, that wouldn't feel good at all. But regardless, I really don't have much to say on that match. I'll be honest. Like, it's like,
I want to be pleasantly surprised, but there's a reason that it would be a surprise. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, fair. Fair enough. And then we can move on to Bianca Io. Hypothetically, it could be Bianca Rhea Io.
Could be, but
Could be.
But
We'll
as
just
of right now, we have
talk about it as
two.
it is. I mean, this is just a match between two great wrestlers that are super popular and will put on an amazing performance. Io, newly minted champion after wearing gold for much of last year, and I mean, she deserves it. I think she's the best women's wrestler in the world. She puts her heart into every move. She's small but mighty, and she's a great storyteller in the ring. She puts her emotions into everything. Uh, Bianca, super popular, great on the mic, as we saw in that promo from the last SmackDown. She's got the storytelling ability. The KOD is an amazing finisher. She has the in-ring ability. She's strong. She works hard. She's funny on social media. She knows how to network herself. This match is already insanely hype, and it will be good. I think Bianca's probably going to take the belt. But I would like to see another Io reign. That's just me, though. I think it'll be a great match either way, and I'll be happy either way.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, if Io somehow retains, especially if it gets turned into a triple threat, like if Io still retains, I think that storyline would just be crazy because I think you run it straight back at Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think it'd be actually just sick. But I mean, hey man, you never know. It could go Io's way, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Zach, what you think?
Honestly, I would actually kind of like Io to retain it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree.
I think if you have it, even if it's a triple threat or if it's just Bianca and Io, I think Io should retain.
Spit the truth, Zach. Spit the truth.
Because if Julia gets called up,
yeah,
you get someone to set up a beef with Io. You have Bianca already dealing with Naomi and Jade and all that shit. So it's like, okay, she loses to Io. Now she's got to wrap up this loose end with Naomi and Jade, get these two back, either being her friends or just figure out what is going to be with that.
Yeah.
With Rhea, the same thing. I think you really kind of finish out this whole Liv Morgan Rhea shit that they are still kind of hanging on to, and let Rhea finally be on her own or with someone else. Like,
So I think Dom needs a new girlfriend.
Yeah, no, because he can stay with Liv. He can stay with Liv. I could give a fuck less if him and Liv are still like running the Judgment Day shit. It's just I don't want Rhea attached to that storyline anymore. Just like I don't want Damian Priest attached to that storyline anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do hope Io can retain it, just so it could be a little bit. There's a lot more potential I think you have in terms of a lot of different angles with Io retaining.
Yeah, it's fair.
100%.
But I want to ask you too. Do you think that this is the WrestleMania where the KOD will become unprotected?
No.
No.
Never. No, because they've been really careful about making sure that she can hit it, and if it gets broken out of, it's still protected. I don't know why you would do that. I mean, they've done dumb things like that in the past, so it's not impossible. But I don't see it. I trust the Cerebral Assassin to make good choices.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Bianca's been pretty. I don't know much about the back. We don't know much about that background stuff of the WWE, but it seems like Bianca is pretty adamant about keeping it protected.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it does, but I
agree.
I could see that because I feel like the severity of the match is already pretty high, but I could see them doing something like that to be like, yo, like this is dead serious. Like this is
a different
this is a different feel.
Triple threat. Rhea Ripley breaks out of the KOD.
But that's
at 2.99999.
Yeah, I think it'd be crazy.
If it's a triple threat, I think she'll KOD someone into being interrupted by someone else.
Yeah.
If anything, yeah, exactly, yeah. All right, then moving on to main event. Probably the main event of the entire thing, right? Like John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
I mean, how could it not be? QB1 of today versus QB1 of all time.
Yeah. I'm going to take the lead on here. Obviously, you see I got the Cena shirt on right there. That fucking asshole just broke that little kid's heart right there.
That little Tommy Gomez just ripped to pieces.
Just shredded, bro. And I think Cena probably wins. I'll be dead honest. I think Cena
Yeah.
probably wins.
I think that'd be good storytelling. Cody is all about doing what's good for the story, and I think that'd be good for the story.
Yeah. Yeah. What you think, Zach?
Honestly, I don't really know. I think it's most likely Cena's gonna win. But these Cody promos that I keep seeing more and more and more that he does, it's like Cody's really convincing me that he can do it. And I think I'm just tough in the delusion with Cody. I think he's sucking me into the propaganda. So I do think Cena can win, but I think it's not looking good. I think Cody has potential.
I think Cody's definitely trying to like fight for. I don't know. I don't know how to like word this, but like, it's almost like he wants to retain it, and he like
Yes.
he himself wants to continue to be the quarterback. Like obviously, like who wouldn't want to be the head of the company?
Yeah.
But I feel like at the same time, John is such like a mammoth of a talent. Like it's hard not to like be like, all right, just give him the belt. Like just give him
like, and that's where I feel torn because it is difficult. It feels like a weird situation for both of them. But what were you gonna say, Theo?
Well, for me, the reason that I feel so certain that John Cena is going to win this, obviously, him pulling ahead 17 belts, that's the big one. But the secondary reason that I think is actually probably more compelling is that everyone and their mom thought, going into the Elimination Chamber, that Cody Rhodes was going to turn heel. He was going to accept the final boss's offer. WrestleMania was going to be face John Cena versus heel Cody Rhodes. And obviously, we got the reverse of that. What better way to get Cody into the heel turn than this?
Yeah.
Like, he wants it. He needs it. He wants to be the face. He wants to keep being QB1. And it just doesn't happen. And the reason it doesn't happen is because he did the right thing. He was the good guy, and it didn't pay off. So, fuck it. I'm going to be the bad guy. Because apparently, if it works for John Cena, it should work for me too. And I think that it's just going to give us the same storyline we thought we were going to get, but we're going to get it later and with a way better payoff, with way more build-up. And Cody Lander's on the way, boys. And I'm a Cody crybaby till I die.
I mean, fuck it, bro. I mean, it's going to be good. The heel turn's going to be it's going to be absurd whenever it happens with Cody. But yeah, I mean, I'm about it. I'm super about it. But yeah, in regards to the match, I think John's definitely just gonna. I think it just takes it. I think it just works. I think it works right now.
It definitely does, especially if it is the retirement tour for John. That's I think that's where I kind of like in the end kind of draw the line. Is like this is John's final tour, so it's like even if you are Cody,
he's probably cool with giving it up, right? Like, I mean,
just swallow it for a couple years. Yeah, just give the old man his fucking belt, and then you'll probably be fucking QB1 in next year.
Yeah, because
how many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I was about to say, I think it's only like 9 months. Like, once Mania's here, he'll only have like 9 months left. So I mean, it's not even that bad. Maybe he'll choose to stick around longer. Who knows? That's just wishful thinking. That's just
what
delusion.
The future holds. Who knows what the future holds? We could be wrong about all of this.
Could be. Could might not be.
I mean, who among us fucking thought that what happened to Chamber was going to happen? You know, like
I mean, no.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Any given Sunday.
That's why he's called the Cerebral Assassin.
Amen to that boy.
Yeah, he's the fucking man. Bro.
That's why he's called the Cerebral
Hall of Fame deserved.
Assassin.
I mean, I think we covered pretty much everything. I mean,
yeah.
You guys want to talk about any like upcoming storylines that you're fucking with?
I think we covered all of them. They did a good job running through all the matches, and for all the different stories that I was excited to talk about personally.
Yeah.
Yes, there's only one I'd like to talk about. Randy versus Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Very briefly, I hope if it does go to WrestleMania and Kevin and Randy are beefing in WrestleMania, I want Randy to punt Kevin. I want him to punt Kevin.
Yeah. I mean, they're building it up.
Yeah.
If he doesn't pile drive him or some shit, he needs to kick him in the face.
You think it'll just be an unsanctioned match again?
Yes.
Could
Maybe.
I think
you
kind
do.
of fuck with that.
I think you
like
did
that.
one of those more extreme rules, matches that you have with Kevin and Randy.
Randy
I really
revenge
want
for
that.
Sammy.
And like
Yeah,
Sammy
like a
comes
Hell in a
in.
Cell or
Sammy
strap
saves the
match
day
or
this
some
time.
shit.
I don't
Blue
know, man.
Thunder
What else
Bomb
could
into
we
the
do?
punt.
What are some other?
I mean, for storylines that I'm really interested in, I want to see where Rhea goes from here. I'll be honest. Like,
Same.
Yeah, we
I
really
think
didn't
Rhea's in
talk
a
about
weird
that.
middle spot right now between storylines, and I think her delving into this Io and Bianca thing could really do just absolute wonders. But we'll have to see. And I also
Yeah,
want to see Liv's singles career kind of get back on track, and also where the fuck are the Wyatts?
Yeah, what is going on with that?
No, I have no idea.
Dissolve the Judgment Day. Bring back the Wyatts.
Where are they? Like they've been gone for so long.
I don't know, but do you think Bliss might have anything to do with the Wyatt Six now?
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah.
That's actually, thank you, Zach. That's who I want to talk about that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Where's Alexa Bliss? We keep doing all this stuff. She's such a great actress. She's a demon. We had that Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss promo right before one of the matches before Chamber, where she got her weird, evil, staticky cut in during the promo. Yep. What are we doing with Alexa Bliss? She's awesome. I need to see more of her. I need to see the demon unleashed. Hit more people with the Sister Abigail. I don't care. Just put her on the screen more.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, she's kind of just been gone. Like I don't really know what's going on. Obviously, we don't know the inner workings of like what they're doing. Like if they have family stuff going on, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really would love to see her. I haven't really seen much because I took a solid, probably almost 10-year break from watching wrestling. So I really haven't seen much about her other from like TikTok clips and YouTube like rewatching matches.
But yeah, I'm
that's
brand spanking new, so I don't know anything.
But yeah, I'd love to see more.
Right there with you, I'm right there with you.
Love to see more of Miss Bliss.
I think to talk more about Rhea, I feel like it's just hard to do stuff with her character sometimes when she's not holding a belt, like because she's the Eradicator, like she's so powerful. It feels hard to put her in any matches that aren't like contending for the top of the company. Maybe once Mania is over and everything with that, maybe she'll start some beef. Maybe Rhea will beef with the Wyatts. Who knows what's gonna happen? Just throw her into some matches with some good wrestlers, and she'll do great work.
I actually wouldn't hate her and Bliss.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, her and Bliss do have a common enemy.
Well, so that was the whole thing with the Wyatts. Also, it was like find someone, find an enemy.
Well, I think it was the whole thing with the Wyatts. It was just like finding people that are like not necessarily misbehaving, but like people that are like their morals have been corrupted. So I mean, like John.
He is beast.
I'm down for it again.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that'll do it for us, right? I mean,
yeah, that's a good wrap up to the first episode.
All right, well, thank you to everybody that has watched us today. This was This Week in Wrestling, episode 1. We will see you next week for episode 2.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Love you. Stay safe. Drink water. Don't do drugs.
And acknowledge Roman Reigns.
And acknowledge Tribal Chief. Bye.